I recognise the member for the District of Exploits and challenge him to top that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I find myself humbled and honoured to rise today in this, the People's House, as the member for the beautiful and historic District of Exploits. At this time, I also would like to acknowledge the contributions of all former MHAs in this honourable House and extend congratulations to the newly minted ones. Mr. Speaker, I wish to offer my heartfelt thanks to my wife Beverly and our children, Jessica, Matthew and Emily. If I had been a sailor, they surely would have been my lighthouse keepers. They were beacons of hope with their unwavering support in charting the course of my political ambitions. They guided my safe passage, which culminated today with being here amongst our ship's crew of 40. To my parents, siblings, extended family, friends, campaign team, and to the people of my district, please accept my sincere thanks. I wish to assure all of my constituents of my pledge to provide fair and equal representation while working tirelessly on your behalf. Mr. Speaker, I was born and raised in the seaport town of Botwood, which is perched on the southwestern shore of the Bay of Exploits. Botwood was once known as Ship Cove, the same Ship Cove where the British brig HMS Grasshopper anchored during the winter of 1819-1820. The Grasshopper was under the command of Captain David Buchan. He was responsible for safeguarding and reuniting Demasduit with her people. Regrettably, she passed away on January 8, 1820, aboard the Grasshopper. Today, the remains of Demasduit and her husband, Niles Sabazit, lie in a museum in Scotland. In the speech from the throne, my government made a commitment to repatriate Demasduit and Nana Sabazit to their ancestral home, our home. I encourage all Newfoundlanders and Labradorians to take ownership of this just cause to ensure without further delay the repatriation of their remains. Mr. Speaker, my character and my convictions have been shaped over time by my upbringing in a family of 7. I remain true to those convictions with Bev and our 3 children. Since childhood, I have been an avid sports enthusiast. My involvement in sports has ranged from playing to coaching to administration and encompassed local, regional, and provincial involvement. In addition to my love of sports, I have committed myself to the betterment of my community. I was first elected as a councillor in Botwood in 1997. Then in 2001, I was elected as mayor, a posting that I proudly held until November 30th, 2015. My years in council provided numerous opportunities for me to serve, as well as chair, a vast array of boards and committees ranging in diversity from social to economic. I worked for 4 employers previous to my being elected last year. I spent nearly 30 of those years with Abitibi Consolidated and its predecessors until several years ago when operations ceased. I know firsthand about job loss. I know firsthand about job loss when you have not carried your family over the finish line. I know firsthand about being mayor while having co-workers pour their hearts out to you. Little did I know that this odyssey would take me from a crane operator's chair loading newsprint in the Port of Botwood to the mayor's chair to finding myself here today taking my chair in the House of Assembly. Looking back, it seems like a long time ago I decided to seek the nomination for Exploits. 40 seats looked daunting, and my supporters sensed my apprehension and rallied behind me, assuring me that this was my time and not to find myself months or years out saying, what if? So here we are today, 2 party nominations and a general election later. These are just some of the experiences that have shaped my character. I look forward to the upcoming journey and the role that you, my new co-workers, will play in the shaping of my character as an honourable member of this House. Mr. Speaker, I look forward to our government and all House members striving to ensure that the people in our district and in our region have a fair and equal opportunity to reap benefits from our bountiful resources. In communities such as Bishop Falls, Botwood, Grand Falls, Windsor, Cottlers Cove, Fortune Arbor, Glover's Arbor, Leading Tickles, Moores Cove, Northern Arm, Norris Arm North, Norris Arm South, Peterview, Phillips Head, Pleasant View, Point Leamington, Point of Bay, Sandy Point, and Wooddale. Whether it's our traditional assets such as forestry, fishing, mining, agriculture, and hydro, or manufacturing, tourism, agriculture, aquaculture, offshore oil, IT sector, service industry, along with healthcare, education, and other government services, the District of Exploits has and continues to be open for business. Mr. Speaker, our district can, in full or in part, lay claim to being home to significant historical events, places, and firsts, as well as a testament to God's handiwork. The mainstay and heartland of the native Beothics, the mighty Exploits River, home to the best salmon fishing in eastern Canada, the first pulp and paper newsprint operation, and hence the beginning of our province's industrial revolution, the first non-stop commercial transatlantic flight, the Grand Falls Windsor Cataracts, owners and holders of a record-setting 14 Erder Championships. Alex Faulkner, the first Newfoundlander Labradorian to play in the NHL. Bob Dean, the first Newfoundlander Labradorian to play on a Memorial Cup team. These are but a few of the many accomplishments and historical events that make Exploits what it is today, and I urge all of you to visit with us and encounter the Exploits experience. Mr. Speaker, in closing, I wish to extend heartfelt thanks to many government staff here and throughout the province for being so cordial and helpful to me during this transition period. To the Liberal Party of Newfoundland and Labrador, conveyed to you are my many thanks for seeing me as a credible candidate. To our District Association Exploits, my many thanks. I wish for Premier Ball, our caucus, our PC and NDP colleagues, as well as our staffers, to all know how very much I am looking forward to serving with all of you. The goal of a politician should be to right wrongs, to make things better, and to be genuine in the hope that his or her successor raises the bar even higher still. To the good people of the great District of Exploits, thanks for your vote of confidence. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.